I'm Chris from Redmen TV. Do us a favour, do yourself a favour, and subscribe to the Liverpool Connection podcast. Do it. Do it now.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Liverpool Connection podcast. This is the story podcast where we bring guests on to tell their Liverpool story. Today, our special guest is a Liverpool artist. I would think loads of you should know a lot of his artwork. A couple on the Sandon pub with Gerrard, and the brand new one with Luis Diaz. The Mo Salah one. On Slater Street is the Jamie Webster one, and I need to. I'll talk to you, John, a little bit about that. I know Jamie as well. So, the Nelson Mandela one, which is one of my favourites. But Liverpool Connection podcast is welcoming John Culshaw to the episode, and I cannot wait to get in to talk about your art. But first, let's talk about your journey as a Red. Like when did you officially? Because you still look like you're a young lad, so I'm guessing late 20s.
Me, no, 36.
Oh, 36. Damn, you look up to 36. Well, I'm in my 50s. So, I think I'm doing all right. Little,
You know, like yourself, yeah.
Not bad. Still got all the hair, which is good.
Yeah.
So take me back to your childhood. Is it a full Red family or a bit half and half for you?
No, I'm a full Red family. So my mum's side and my dad's side have all always been Reds. I've always grown up Red. So I'm with my partner though. My partner's whole family are all full blue. So my little lad took we had to do a bit of convincing with my boy, but he's Red as well.
How does that work out then on weekends? You're the not right now, but last season you were the happy one, and
yeah,
so happy.
Well, I think it was an easy one convincing him in the end. I mean, we went to a few Everton games and we went to a few Liverpool games, and I didn't really have to do much. Didn't have to do much to convince him. It was a pretty easy one.
What was your first match that you went to?
My first match I went to was against Blackburn. Can't remember what the year was. It would have been about 94, 95 maybe. Against Blackburn. Alan Shearer was still playing for them. That's how long ago it was.
Oh wow! But
that was my first match. That was the first time I'd ever been to any sort of a big stadium, and I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. You know, that first experience of a huge crowd. That's the first match I ever went to.
Yeah, you never really forget your first match.
No.
I mean, again, I've always said it: the smells, sight of the pitch and everything. But just
well, I remember it was with me. It was just a ticket that was going to spare. My mum's mate, fella, it just had a ticket spare. So his last minute sort of just knock on the door. Does John want to go to the match? And I was yeah. So just jump in the car. So I didn't have no build up. No, I didn't have to wait for it or anything. It's just a knock on the door. Do you want to come to the match? And that was it. And it was amazing.
Who did you have the posters on the wall?
I did, yeah. So I used to have I used to get magazines, and you'd cut. So you'd pull all the posters out, but then you'd also cut all the little the little sections out and stick them. So until it was sort of a collage, all sorts of a collage sort of thing. I remember that when I was about 9, 10.
Who was your favourite back then?
Robbie Fowler. So I grew up in the Robbie Fowler era. But actually, I had an accident when I was a little kid, when I was 9, and one of my uncles knew Robbie Fowler. He's like mates at Robbie Fowler, so he's asking me, will you come to the hospital and visit my little nephews who's had an accident, and he did. That was one of them mad things that happened when I was a kid. So Robbie Fowler came to visit me when I was in hospital.
Man, that's classic. That. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. You know, you never say they never say meet your heroes, but when you do, I mean, you're just like, I mean, he is God, isn't he?
Yeah, like I said, this was in '96, so this was at the peak as well. There's of his fame, of his goal scoring fame. So it was I remember coming in, I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? It was just a mad experience.
Well, it's crazy that you say, you had the accident too, and then you're an artist as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, I listened to you on Andy Leggett's podcast, and the story you were telling them had them cracking up.
Oh yeah. Hit me arm.
Yeah.
I don't know. It happens all the time. That's just one example. That happens all the time. I thought I'd tell them a little example of what happened to me. No muscles in the arm.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, what was the accident, by the way?
I was hit by a car when I was 9, and obviously I broke nearly every bone in my body at the car. I just broke both my arms, both my legs, my hands, my feet, everything. But the main injury was I snapped the nerves in my spine that control my right arm. So I've got no movement in this right arm now. You can see the colour of it; it's blue. That's got no use out of that ever since the accident.
Jesus! And then with the art, I mean, when were you already like doing art before you were 9?
Maybe same any other kid would, I suppose. Drawing little pictures on pieces of paper. I've always loved drawing, so I seem to remember getting into it more as a teenager. When you're in school, because I didn't really do too good in school. With my subjects, and it's sort of it was in English. If they give me a book, I wouldn't write on that. I'd draw a picture, or if in maths, I'd just draw a picture. Science, I'll draw a picture. I didn't do any work. I was just drawing pictures all through school. But after school, I didn't do anything with it. I didn't think that it was a job that you could do. I didn't really try and be an artist. That came a lot later on. I sort of just fell into that by accident.
Yeah, because I mean, like I've had a number of artists on here before, and it's kind of the same. They never thought that their art would actually like make them money. It's just doodle here, doodle there, and forget about it, put it in the corner. But for you, I mean, you've gone on to do some amazing things, and I always like to know where all this like inspiration comes from.
For me, I mean, with the Liverpool murals, that was where I started off. I painted the Jurgen Klopp mural. That was the one thing that sort of kicked off my career. This was before I was being paid for anything. This was just me finding a wall and going to paint. So I painted Jurgen Klopp in Anfield, and a few people noticed it, and I got like another job from this, and then another job from it, and another, and I sort of grew to the point where I thought this I could do this full time, really. And so I decided I'm going to quit my job and have a little go. I thought I'll give it a year. If it doesn't take off, I'll go. I was decorating at the time. I'll go back to being a decorator. But it took, I think within about a month, 2 months, it took off, and never had to go back to decorating again.
No, it's so good to love, do something that you actually love doing, and I like it because it's not just like Liverpool based players. I mean, like I said, the Nelson Mandela one on Prince Street, Jamie Webster's one. I want to ask you a quick one about Jamie. Did you have to put the Berghaus on there?
I did, yeah. I didn't want to. I didn't want to put any. I didn't want to put any writing on there. I don't like putting text on any of my work. But if I wanted to be paid, I had to put the logos on.
Was that commissioned by Jamie, or was it? Like
it was commissioned by Jamie's manager.
Yeah,
Jamie's manager got in touch with me, yeah. So the warehouse is gone now, actually. The warehouse has been taken off there.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, that's all gone now.
Is he not being
just the
sponsored by
artwork?
them?
Yeah, no, he still is being sponsored, but if you leave the warehouse on there, it's classed as advertising, so you have to take it down, so we don't have to pay again. You have to start paying the council then if you leave it on there.
Oh, gotcha.
So we put it on there so we can get all our pictures and that taken, and then we take it down.
Yeah, because it's not a Berghaus aren't paying for it. It's
just a piece of artwork.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. And which one has taken like the most, to finish?
I would say the Ringo Starr one. That took the longest. There's a lot of different elements in it and stuff, and it was a nightmare to do just the size of it. I was up the top of there, and we had these record breaking winds right at the time. But I'm paying for this cherry picker by the day. I've got to use it. It's costing a lot of money. So I mean, looking back now, I shouldn't really risk my life because it's to save myself a few quid. But at the time, you're thinking it's £400 a day. I need to get this done. So I had to get up there, wind, rain or snow. I was there working on it.
Yeah, because some of them, do you work through the night?
No, I never work through the night. Some people do, but it's you're never going to get the right. Especially when you work with colours, you got to have the right tones there, and you're never going to get the right tones with even working on the false light's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
You work on the false light, as soon as you let a bit of sunlight in, it doesn't look right, doesn't look good. So no, I just work in daytime, me.
It's just because in the last like six months, quite a lot of the murals have been vandalised.
Yeah.
By just a bunch of silly dickheads. Do you ever? I mean, have yours been like done?
Yeah, the most solid one was vandalised. Only a small part of it on the leg, so it didn't bother me. You know what I mean? It take me 5 minutes to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the brain deadness of some people that I don't know why. I don't know what to get out of it. Probably in the pub, laughing there, they're going, look, see what I've just done. Probably about 50 the divvies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're probably grown men. So,
yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It probably is grown men that have, a look out around the corner.
Yeah. I mean, back in the pub, like, they like to have made up of themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sad.
Leave them to it. I'll take me 5 minutes. So every time they do it, I get mentioned again all over the internet. You know what I mean? So
that's the thing. That's the thing. They don't think about that, do they? It's like the advertising for you. You're on. Somebody will video it. Somebody will take more pictures of it, and I was like, there's my mural again. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
they don't think about that.
No, they don't think about anything, do they? Just said the brain dead.
Yeah, but also wanted which if you were to pick, which one is your most favourite of the Liverpool ones to have done?
This latest one what I've just done. This is the one what I've put most of my effort into. I really wanted to push myself with the realism in my pictures, and it came out nice. This is probably technically the best painting I've done so far out of all of them, even the Mandela one or anything. I think technically this is the most I've pushed myself, and you get that you get that feeling where you're proud of yourself with what you've done. Mm-hmm. That's that. I've had that the most with this one, yeah.
So with the sand on, because I know the other one was for like a competition, wasn't it?
Yeah. The
Gerard one did they commissioned it from you, right?
The Sandon?
Yeah.
No, the Sandon didn't commission this one. So they helped me out. No, they didn't commission it. No, this is my project.
Oh, all right.
So they did help me out with it. So they throw a bit of funding towards it, and they give me the wall and stuff. But this was the Sandon was sort of a last minute thing. I had a different wall that I was supposed to be painting that fell through last minute. But that was sort of the BBC got in touch with me saying we want to come film you painting a mural, and I didn't have any murals to paint, but I wasn't going to tell them that. That's an opportunity for me. So I said, okay, yeah, it's cool, yeah, go on. Well, I've got one on going on this date. So I thought, right, what do I want to paint? So the Luis Diaz came. I wanted to paint that at the beginning of the season, because I've got an idea. I want to paint every season. I want to pick a ball and paint, obviously, the best signing of the season, our best player of the season, and if we win anything, I'll paint that. Maybe paint a legend a year as well. But I don't want to saturate the whole of Anfield with these murals. I want to pick them 4 walls, and every season change them 4 walls to something new. So the fans know where them walls are, and they know there's going to be something new there every season. There's going to be something new, they can go and see it. So this was just sort of the start of that. But at the beginning of the season, the jobs weren't coming in, so I had other work commitments that I couldn't do. So when the BBC said, do you want to do this? And I just jumped on and said, yeah, I'll do that. Then as soon as I said it and they started putting things in motion, he got injured. And I thought, I nearly changed the design. But they had already put things in motion. Instead of going back to the drawing board, I said, you know what, he's been a fantastic player anyway. He's been a sensation since he came. I'm pretty sure he's going to be when he comes back as well. So I thought, you know what, let's leave it as it is and we'll just go with it. Just carried on with the same project.
So he was your number 2 going to be then?
I was going to do Trent. So I've got the design here. I'll send you the design later, and it's the same design I've done for Luis Diaz, but Trent's on there. The Trent one looked cool, man. Looked good. I think we need a new Trent one anyway. Yeah,
we do. Yeah.
But I think next I'm going to be doing probably Andy Robertson or Van Dijk. I think it'll be good if we get a defender on there now. Got no defenders on there.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, my question was before you answered it was, why Luis Diaz? Because, usually you think somebody that's been with the club.
Yeah.
But that lad, he came in last January and just took the footballing world by
storm. Play out the season. I only played half of it.
I know. He saved our season because with Mane and Mo at the African Cup of Nations, I think we wouldn't have made the Champions League, without him. I mean, he's just a breath of fresh air, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
and it's I'm sure we had, or especially after beating City in the Community Shield. I don't think there's one Liverpool fan really that was like, we would be where we are right now.
Yeah.
I thought oh man, this is it. This is it. This is it again. And
we're getting everything.
Yeah, and then obviously mental and physical fatigue. Obviously, you can see that on the players.
Yeah.
And Diaz was still, doing his thing, and then obviously with the bad knee injury against Arsenal. Are you going to try and get him to come down and see you?
I'll try, definitely. I've one of the news teams from Colombia got in touch, asking if I can send them some pictures and some some videos, whatever I've got over there, so they can see it. So maybe he'll see it. You know what I mean? So if he's watching any Colombian telly, he can see himself on that. But the Colombian news got on me.
Yeah, but the good thing though is, with that news, you'll get somebody at least in the papers coming down. And more and more fans will want to come see it, so it'll get it out there. So I'm sure he'll come down.
I would have thought. I mean, Salah went to see that on. I was on holiday. I missed it.
Oh man!
But it would have been nice to be there. But yeah, I think they must like it, mustn't they? And especially if it's something that you've worked at, it's a bit of recognition. Shows everyone in the city is enjoying what you're doing, and that. I'd go see it if someone the one on me.
Oh yeah. I definitely think he would come see it, especially he seems to love this team.
Yeah,
he goes out dancing, with the salsa boys. But when did you do the Bill Shankly one at what's the pub? The Park pub.
On the park.
I love that as well.
that was right after I'd done my very first Jurgen Klopp one.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was still up the ladder working on the Jurgen Klopp one, Johnny, the guy who owns the park, him and his daughter Lainey, Johnny was driving past and just stopped and said, "How much?" So I gave him a price and he got me in next week. That was it. I said, "I was still up the ladder when he was shouting to me." And from that, and also because it was right opposite the Sandon got me in as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked in the Sandon and the park both within a couple of weeks of my first ever job. It was amazing.
Well, I hope you told him the right price, especially if you're up the ladder. He might not have heard you right.
Yeah, no. But you know what? I never thrown a price on him, thinking I was being cheeky. You know, but these have probably asked for some of the other artists to charge them 5 and 10 grand. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't work for that place anymore. But at the time, I was thinking, fucking can't have that. You know what I mean? It was a fucking nice couple of quid in my pocket for a week's work. I was made up.
I know also, which you know, it's an attestament to like how good you are as an artist as well. When the likes of John Achtenberg want you commission the work from you.
Yeah,
and I mean, you've got every goalkeeper that's ever been good for Liverpool, and if people don't know, it's at the Kirby Training Centre. And how many goalies is it?
Oh, too many. Done my head in. It was, John messaged me just after done the Steven Gerrard one, and he said, we wanted to put so the original design had about 4 or 5 goalies on there, and it looked cool. And then a couple of weeks later, he said, "Oh no, but we've got to have this guy." And then, so when they're in the office, they're all talking, they're all throwing the names out. "Oh no, we need this, we need." But got there, and then there's end up being about 12 of them.
Yeah,
I was going, "John, man, the more you have, the smaller they're going to get. They're not going to look as good." You know what I mean? But so I mean, even after I'd already started the job, they were still adding names. "Oh no, we need this guy, we need that guy." And so it turns out better than I thought it was going to. So it turns out well. And I had a good time going down there. John's a boss fella. He supports me a lot. John, he always likes me stuff and sends me a message. Whenever I paint something nice and that. He's a boss fella, John. And I remember when we won the Carabao Cup last season. Within the hour, I had a message saying, "Can you get down to the training ground tomorrow? We want to update the wall before Keller gets there." So that's the day we won it. I had to be up 6 o'clock next morning to get there before the team get there and put Kelleher on the wall, which I did. I done it.
Well, it's got to be great too, though, because it's it's behind the goalpost, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so it's where the goalie's saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like, Allison, again, or Kelleher just need to look back and they're on that wall. Until they either demolish it or you add another, hopefully add another 5-6 goalies in the next 10 15 years. Yeah, it's mad.
It's boss. That's saying a sense, mate. It's like fucking NASA. You wouldn't think it's like remember Rocky when he fights the Russian fella? Yeah, they got all things strapped to him. It's like that. I think they're not like the breeding superhumans in there or something. It's nuts.
Well, he breeds superhuman players last season. I don't know about this. Maybe the machine's not working. I mean, it's crazy because I've been to Melwood before, but all this like science stuff that they're coming up with now is just mental. Yeah,
that's crazy. They've got a beach volleyball pitch in there. I think what's his need that for? But he said it's good for the players when they come back from injury to play on the soft ground and stuff. It's all things you wouldn't even think of.
Yeah.
They cut the grass 4 times a day. It's madness.
Yeah, I've got a mate's brother that works at Anfield. He's a groundsman, and he was telling me a little bit about what they do on the training pitch at Kirby, like ground staff stuff.
Yeah,
it's pretty mental.
It is. It's insane. Like they're like robots. They come out, they're all in dead straight lines, and the grass, you wouldn't think it looks like it's AstroTurf or something. It's not. Just perfect, flat, boss grass. Couldn't be any better to play football on.
Yeah. Well, he need a bit more training sessions, it looks like.
I know. Well, they just ran themselves into the ground last season, didn't they? Now they're just picking up injuries left, right, and centre.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I think a lot of people, obviously other supporters from other clubs just having a good old laugh at us.
Yeah.
We're the only team to ever play 64
every game, yeah.
And come. I mean, that's just like coming so close to the ultimate dream and losing it by that. I mean, for me, I think going on that mini tour in Asia was a bad idea. They've got the sponsorship they need to fulfill, and I think because City, I think, only played like two pre-season away, and then there we are, on Singapore, and I forgot who the other one was, but yeah, I just think that took too much out of this team. And then, but again, we played City and we looked really, really good. I mean, Nunez was on fire, and it's just one of those. I mean, I think for the past 5-6 years, we've come too accustomed to winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're spoiled.
Yeah,
we've been spoiled. That's what it is.
I don't think we really, as Liverpool fans, I think we took it for granted. Like last season's done me in. Still, I'm still not over it. I mean, I was down the pub. I live in Austin, Texas. Down the pub with a bunch of American lads. Brilliant support over there.
Yeah.
When Villa were 2-0 up, I was like, I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. And then 15 minutes, your whole world is upside down, and you're just like, what just happened?
No, you can't just. I didn't even watch the game. I didn't watch that Villa game. So every now and again, I'd check. But you just know, City they're gonna score. They are. And I think everybody thought we were going to do it, and then it just didn't happen.
Yeah, it's a shame, because it really, it's taken us fans this long to get over it. I'm still not over it.
Yeah.
What's it doing to these players? Like, I'm glad Thiago. Did you see what Thiago came out and said? I mean, he finally said that they are mentally drained.
Yeah.
Playing 64 games. And we all knew it. It's nice to actually kind of hear it, because
the problem is we just haven't got the numbers that City have got. You know what I mean? We can't rest that. If we want to play our full team, that's what we've got. We've got a top 11, and that's it. We haven't got a world class second team. So you can't really. It's pointless comparing us to them, because they're just money. Basically, you know what I mean? It's not a. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But you put 11 people through all that. You can't expect to put them through it again next year. I think if we put ourselves back in the top 4, and we get a trophy this season, which could still happen.
Yeah,
it's a good season.
I'm right now, 10 points behind Newcastle just seems a lot, because Newcastle are playing really good football. Yeah. I never expected Newcastle to be up where they're at. I mean, I expected them to play better, but not like they're doing.
Yeah, not this way.
Yeah, well, I mean, I expected us to be, challenging, and it's horrible to watch games like Arsenal and Man United, because it was a really good game. I really enjoyed watching it, but it made me just think Arsenal look like what we were two seasons ago. They've got that experience in Xhaka, but they've also got the youngsters that have just got a fire in their belly.
Yeah.
And they've only had really one injury with Jesus, and that's it. So, and the fans are, last season, Arsenal TV was brilliant because they were just horrible about their team.
Yeah.
This season, oh my God, Arteta's the best thing on the planet, but you get the fans behind them, and they're just going and going, they're getting the job done, and it's sickening to watch it. I mean, I'd rather Arsenal win the league than City again.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Yeah, I think everybody would. I don't think anyone wants City win the league again.
Yeah, I even think some City fans don't want them to win the league. Not the plastic ones anyway. But yeah, it's a tough watch this season. But still,
it is. But like I said, I'm just like person that I don't want to judge people. I hate it when you go online and you see all fucking like I said again, grown men spitting the dummies out and crying. We are where we are.
Yeah.
There's no reason why we can't get back in the top four, and that's still not a good season. We can still have a good season. We're still 20. How many games is left? What, 18, 19 games, 18. There's still 18 games left. We can still get that top four spot, and we're still in trophies. We've still got 2 trophies to play for.
Mm-hmm.
So even if we win the Champions League, imagine that.
I know.
So it could still happen. We're just riddled with injuries, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a tough season, isn't it?
It is. I say to any other team, if they were missing 4 of their front forwards, they'd probably have a hard time as well. But people don't like, in the media, don't like to really talk about that we're missing Jota, we're missing Bobby, we're missing Diaz. Nunes was out for a few games, so Mo was really the only one.
Missing Van Dijk, we're missing. Got half of midfield, we've got half of defence.
Yeah,
I didn't hope no one up front. It's a hard place to be. You know what I mean? But we've got enough quality in the team that's left to get us into the top 4. I think we can go on a good run of games. It's still hoping that a lot of other teams underperform as well. I know that, but it does happen. It happened last season.
Yeah, everyone gave up on us last season.
It happened last season.
17 points behind. Everyone would bang on. Well, you've got 2 games in hand, but it's like, yeah, but you have to win those 2 games in hand.
Yeah.
So we are 17 points behind City, but yeah,
we've got a game in hand now.
Yeah, we do. Especially, I just want to get through the next 5 games and see where we're at. Get at least Jota back, Bobby back, and hopefully Diaz will come roaring back in March.
Save the day again.
Huh?
Save the day again.
Yeah. And at least come maybe sign your mural.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, you need to talk to John about it.
Yeah. Say he can pull a few strings.
Yeah, and I think if he finds out about it, he'll calm down, because that's again another proud moment.
Yeah. No, I think he would. Like I said, I would. If it was me. But I'm not a. I don't ever try and contact any of the people who have ever painted or anything like that. It's not one that like a bit embarrassed about. I'm not trying to cling on to their fame or to their success or anything.
Yeah.
I'm painting because I want to paint it. Do you know what I mean? And if they want to come down, I'll be made up. But I've never messaged no one and asked it. Will you come and sign this, or will you come and see this for me, or nothing like that.
Yeah, I notice, on Twitter, you get that a lot of like people's, artwork. They tag the player, because it helps.
Well, I always tag them.
oh yeah, you got to tag them. Whether they come down or not, you just got to tag. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Yeah, so become that. I'll be made up. So I mean, but I'm sort of like, I don't really want to like pester him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like him to come down off his own back.
Yeah, if he hears about it and then
if he hears about it, and I want to come down.
Yeah, I think that's even better.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
you know, than a tap on the shoulder, like, all right, this lad's done this. You've got to go down there.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh yeah, it's all, or you know, like I'm messaging asking for a favour. Will you do this for me, mate, please? You know, I don't want to do it like that.
Yeah.
But if he does come down and see it, that'd be nice. I'd like that.
Well, it's nice, I'm sure, for you, because again, you know, it's not like 2 hours of your life on the wall.
Yeah.
It's quite a number of hours. So
yeah,
to get that, you know, just like, you know, thanks.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's going to be over the moon by it. Again, he's only been here a year.
No. Yeah.
He's got to be like, you know,
almost exactly a year, doesn't he? And he's been injured for a long time with that as well. He's been out too.
It's so sad because, you know, during the World Cup, that's all I was thinking about. Like, get Diaz back, and we'll be doing all right. And then he goes to Dubai and then does his other knee in, and you're just like, oh man, can this get any worse? And it can get worse, yeah, because everyone else started getting, you know,
started falling.
Yeah, these not just them, but all these muscle injuries are just doing me head in. Because again, you know, we've talked about how Kirby's like, you know, NASA, but all these like muscle injuries are happening, you know, and then you've got the Twitter brigade like, it's because we don't have a club doctor, or it's because of FSG. All these injuries are happening, or, you know, Klopp's lost the plot. Like, again, like, just I'll keep saying it over and over, especially this season. Just take a deep breath, everyone, and stop moaning every single day. Like, I don't get it. I just don't.
I think football fans, they love moaning. They'd be gutted if they didn't have something to moan about. You know what I mean? They like cheering and they like moaning. No middle ground at them. There's no, well, he's sad, lads. Well, football, it's not just our fans, it's everyone.
Yeah, it is. I mean, everyone wants to win the transfer window trophy, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Chelsea are going to win the transfer window trophy, so, you know, well played to Chelsea. Who cares?
I know.
I think a lot of our supporters now are judging on what other people spend.
Yeah.
You know, that's the issue. Nobody really complained last season about the squad. Nobody.
No.
I mean, if you are, you're a really moaning bastard. But nobody really complained. You know, nobody complained after the Community Shield.
Yeah.
But then, you know, once results start going, then FSG's problem. It's Klopp's problem. Then you know, then it's Henderson. Henderson's the problem in midfield.
Yeah.
You know, it's just there's got to be a guy.
I've never really seen like that. But that's why I hate talking football. People don't, you know, when you're in the pub and they've all got this. They've all got their opinion. Like they know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Oh, you'd do well there, wouldn't you? You'd have us up, wouldn't you? You wouldn't. You know what I mean? Everyone just wants to have their opinion and sound like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why I like doing the story episodes, because you know, they're really not opinion based, because it's your story.
Yeah,
you can't really have an opinion on somebody else's story. But when you start doing, you know, because my mates do the preview and review shows, so I mean, that's opinionated, you know. So you just get a lot of opinions flying all over the place. A lot of them are shite. Absolutely shite. You know, I listen to quite a few podcasts, and I mean, some of the opinions I'm just like, oh God, please, just stop. Just again, just go watch the cup finals from last season, or, you know, go watch 2005 Istanbul again, please, and just come back tomorrow with a smile on your face, and, you know, we go again. We're
I think a lot of these people, that's what they've got, isn't it? They're a football fan, and that's their identity. And if they haven't got an opinion, then what else have they got? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. They'll be moaning about something else anyway.
Yeah.
So I'd love to know your goals for the next couple of years. Are you hoping to? What are your hopes?
So I'm really hoping to obviously grow my mural business, but I'm going to be moving a lot more into the canvases and stuff this year.
Nice.
Trying to spend a lot more time with the family and work from home as much as I can, really, because my murals is what I love to do, but a lot of my work, it's not all big jobs. There's a lot of small jobs there, and to get them small jobs in, you have to put a lot of hours in. So say you one job, you have to do, say, 3 designs for them to pick from. I get 10-15 people asking for that a week. So you end up doing like 40-50 designs per week. You're only going to get 2 of them jobs, maybe. And so you're doing a lot of work. So the bigger jobs is what I'm focusing on now. I'm going to knock all the small jobs on the head, focus on the bigger jobs, and try and just do one of them a month. And in between, just do my own things, work on some canvases, do some LFC canvases, obviously, and try and make a living from that and see if that works out for me. But that's the direction I'm going to try and take it in now.
Is exhibition, would that be one of your goals as well?
Probably. No, it's never been one of my goals. The exhibition, it's what I don't like about the exhibitions is doing it in somebody else's gallery. I wouldn't mind doing my own exhibition, finding a space and putting one on myself. But I hate the pretentiousness of putting your artwork in a gallery and them sort of giving you value, valuing your work and giving, this is what you. I've never been a fan of that. Like I said, but I'm not from the art world, so I don't need them to tell me what my art's worth. Exactly. I know what I'm worth. I'm worth what I'm happy with. So if I'm happy, if I'm earning and I'm doing what I love to do, which I am at the minute, I don't really need to change anything. All I want to do is grow, really.
Well, I mean, you did how did the Southern Comfort one come around? Because you had a collaboration, right, with the new artist.
They just got in touch with me through Instagram, sent me a message through Instagram. Every year they get another artist to design a bottle for them. And this year they got in touch with me, and again, it was just another opportunity for me, so I didn't really have to think about it. They said, "Do you want to do this?" I said, yeah, I'll do that. Things like that, they're nice. They're not. It's like you get to a big platform, but you don't get to showcase your own artwork, really. So they say, design us a bottle, so you design it for them. And then, can you change this? And can you change that? And can it be more like, to the point where you think, just tell me what you want. Well, it was a good platform for me to showcase what I can do.
Yeah, it's got exposure at least.
Good exposure, yeah.
But yeah, again, I'm sure as anybody's job, they don't really want to be told like what to do.
Yeah,
especially an artist, because you just feel, well, then why didn't you just get somebody to just come in and do what you want?
Yeah, and that's sort of what they want. I've worked with a couple of big companies, and they always seem to want. Can you just they want to say, just do what we want you to do, but they won't say it like that. So they ask you to change a little thing and a little thing. And at this point to me in my career, just tell me what you want and I'll do it. You're giving me the exposure. Tell me what you want and I'll do it, because I'm going to end up doing it anyway. But we're going to dance around the subject for the next 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Tell me what you want and I'll do it. And once I'm at a point where I don't need your name, then I might turn you down. They say, can you change this and can you change that and can you add this and it's just like I said, it's still a good thing. I'm still happy that I've done it.
Yeah.
But
well, again, you're doing something that you love,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you get to come home and have a smile on your face, because there's loads of people doing jobs that they hate. They might even get paid really well, but they hate the job.
Yeah. Lots of it.
just
lifestyle over money, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I chose the lifestyle. I chose to spend more time with my family and do something I enjoy for work. Luckily enough, it's worked out well for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it might not have.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, like you said, you're up the ladder doing the clock one, and then they come by and go, "That's pretty good." Yeah, I think that's the best way, to be recognised as well, because then another person will see you doing something, and I like that. Have you got any crazy mural stories?
I don't know. I mean, I've done some.
You haven't fallen off a ladder, have you?
No, nothing like that. Oh yeah, I have fell off a ladder actually. Yeah, I fell off I was doing a charity thing, so I wasn't even being paid or anything. It's for a charity up in Walton, and it wasn't a big mural. It was just a small one. So I was only there for a day. He said, "I'll give you a day. Whatever you can get out of me, you can have." And it was just, I was only up a step ladder. And you're not supposed to go all the way to the top of the step ladder, but I just needed to get that little bit of extra height. So I'm up there and I'm reaching. And all of a sudden the ladder just went from under me. I just landed on my back from the top of the step ladder right to the floor, landed on my back. But obviously it was like a public day. So everyone from the area was all, selling cakes and doing all. So there's loads of people there now, everyone's rushing over. So obviously I just jumped straight up, saying, no, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me, I didn't hurt myself. I'm just saying, well, there's a lot of blood coming out of your leg, I'm saying, no, it's not, that's it. It was an old cut. I just, the embarrassment of people like trying to help me made me sort of just get up and get on with the pain. It was killing. So I just jump back up on the ladder, finished what I was doing. The guys, I'm going home, went home.
Yeah, I can imagine like just being up there, falling off the ladder, and then the whole can of paint just going all over.
Luckily that didn't happen.
Yeah. At least you jump up and try and save face, even though people probably like, he's hurting.
Yeah, I think they knew that I'd hurt myself, but just that thing. One thing in my life that I don't like is embarrassment, and it's too bad for me. I'm constantly find myself in these embarrassing situations. It's just the worst thing for me.
I know that. I've got 4 little ones, so I'm embarrassed like every day. They always do. I've got 4 little girls, so they embarrass daddy every single day.
Yeah.
I'm all right, as long as they're my kids. So
yeah, you don't mind.
Yeah, somebody else's kids embarrassing me, no chance. Well, John, already come to nearly 50 minutes already. This is what I love about having these kind of podcasts, is you just chat like you're, 2 mates in a pub. Having a good laugh and stuff. I know it's mad. Like, I never would have really thought of Zoom. I've met so many people through Zoom. Like, I never knew what Zoom was. 3 years ago, the podcast has been going on for 3 years now. Never knew what Zoom was. I think if we never had a pandemic, I probably never would have done the podcast. It's a weird one, but I'm happy. I'm happy to meet yourself.
Keeps in touch with a lot of the Scousers as well, don't it?
Yeah, I know. And I've met so many good people. Like, when I come back home, I won't have to buy a pint. I'll just meet all 400 guests that I've had that all live in Liverpool. What my biggest thing is like when I do come back home is to hopefully get quite a lot of the guests that I've had on, and we'll meet up and just want to take a big old picture outside wherever we are, and just have memories for life.
Outside Anfield.
Even better. We'll throw a couple of blues in there as well.
Yeah.
While they're playing in the championship. Well, no, that'll be next season. But John, I really appreciate you coming on. Where can people see your artwork? And I know in Liverpool, a bit like your Instagram, right?
Yeah, me and Sam's John Culshaw 86, and yeah, I'm on Facebook and Twitter and all that type of stuff as well. But you'll find me. Yeah,
if you're a Liverpool supporter and you know into art as well, John's just got tons of murals throughout the city. So please, when you're over visiting and going to see a match, please, you know, spend some time around the city. That's what I always say. Don't just go to Anfield for the day.
Yeah.
Spend a few days in Liverpool, just getting to know people, get around the city. You know, spend some good money on these, you know, brilliant shops all around town and stuff, you know, local bakeries, home baked. But yeah, definitely check out John's art. And want to say thank you, John, again for coming on. Really appreciate
thank you. Thanks for having me.
To everyone, please like and subscribe. Put the notifications on so you can get notified about upcoming episodes. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Thank you.